What's going on, everyone? Hope everybody is doing amazing today. I just want to tell you really quick, thank you so much. The video that I put out, I guess it was a couple weeks back, several weeks back, about not being able to ride no more, not being fit enough to ride anymore. If you guys remember that video, it actually did really well. I think it's got about 13,000 views on it. I got hundreds and hundreds of awesome comments on that video. Saying thank you for actually doing this video. Thank you for putting it out there, bringing it kind of more into the light. And it was a video about health, how we take care of our motorcycles, but we really forget and neglect to take care of our own bodies, being physically and mentally. I really was passionate about putting that video out. I got probably a couple hundred comments, and I actually got a lot of emails from people that are actually struggling, from people that actually have given fitness up years ago, and kind of this video kind of inspired them to kind of want to get back and get their health back and kind of get back into the gym, eating healthy, staying away from the alcohol and stuff like that. Those are the two things, if you guys haven't noticed yet, but I've said it in numerous videos. I've said it a lot of times. Those are the two things that I am really passionate about, and that is motorcycles and fitness. I've been working out my entire life. If you guys remember when I had Silverback, when I first got Silverback, I guess this is going back probably about two and a half years ago, I guess, maybe a little longer. But when I first got Silverback, I actually had the factory 47 bars on it. I think they were the 14-inch factory 47 bars. So what happened was, when I had those taller bars on Silverback, I know a lot of you guys have been following me for quite some time now, and if you guys remember, I used to always complain about my shoulder pain, and that's due to not working out properly when I was young and overdoing it, meaning too much weight, unnecessary, too much weight. And then now at almost 51 years old, now you start seeing the aftermath, the damage of what you did earlier. You're not going to feel it then because you're young, you're still flexible, you're still strong, joints are still brand new, everything's good. But then in time, you keep doing, say, wrong exercises, or you do too much weight, that's when the damage starts happening and you start feeling it when you start getting older. So that's basically what happened to me. So I had basically shoulder pains in both shoulders for years. I mean years, probably 10 going on 12 years already. And sometimes it got to a point where I couldn't even sleep. I would have to literally lay in bed with my hands over my stomach to try to get some sleep. It almost felt like someone had an ice pick inside my shoulder, digging it around. So the pain was really truly unbearable. And then when I got on the motorcycle with the higher bars, because that's when it seemed to happen. As soon as I got on the motorcycle, about 10-15 minutes into the ride, my shoulder would start aching me. So then what I did was, to try to help that, I actually went, if you guys remember, I actually went to the LA Choppers bars, right? So those bars were 2 inches lower and they were closer. And the reason why I went to them is because I forgot who had them. I sat on the bike and they just felt really comfortable, and my shoulder was kind of more at ease. It's all about positioning. So I know a lot of you guys, a lot of people, because a lot of people tell me, and I talk to so many people, it wasn't only me, and it's not only me that actually experienced this problem on a motorcycle when they have taller bars. So when you have taller bars, for some reason, that's the position of your arm holding that taller bar. That's when all that shoulder pain starts increasing. So I went to the LA Choppers bars. That helped me. But it helped somewhat, but not until at the gym we met this gentleman by the name of Lee, and we got to talking, and I couldn't even hold up the camera. Honestly, I couldn't even hold up the camera to actually do a vlog, do a video. But it wasn't until I talked to this guy, Lee, in the gym, and we were talking about shoulder pains and how I have them, how he had them, but not anymore. I said, what did you do? He said, let me show you. He showed me an exercise that I've been doing for probably, I'm gonna say, 10 months, something like that. And it started working almost immediately. And when I say immediately, probably 2 to 3 weeks. So I've been doing that exercise for about 10 months. I've been doing it, and I'm gonna actually show you guys, we're gonna hop in the gym really quick. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I've been doing. And I want you guys to try it. Whoever's got shoulder pain, before you go on any painkillers, before you say surgery, stuff like that, give it a shot. It won't hurt. Give it a shot. See if it works. But I will show you in the gym. But let me show you really quick on the bike what I'm talking about. All right, so let me get on Mad Max over here. So this is what used to happen. So I'd be riding with the factory 47s, and the positioning of the bars, they're kind of a little more twisted in with the wrist like that, right? And they're higher, they're about here, right? So that position, I don't remember, they were much wider. That's another thing, they were much wider. I think these are only like 30 something, those were like 37, 38. They're really wide, the factory 47 bars. But the positioning of my arms, 10 minutes into the ride, I would get, like I said, such a severe pain in my shoulder where I couldn't even hold it there anymore. If I was on a long trip, I would literally be in agony for 4, 5, 6 hours, depending on how long I was on the bike. I would have to put the cruise on, I would have to drop my arm, and it would have to sit there for about 10 minutes, and then I would bring it back up. And that was the process. And I'm not kidding you, that was the process. Down, up, down, up. Very, very annoying, very frustrating, and all you're dealing with is pain. Then I went to the LA Choppers bars. That went lower and a lot more closer, and that actually relieved a lot of the pain because of the positioning, but it still didn't fix it. So another reason why I got the Kraus Moto T-bar setup is because it is tighter and it is lower, and also the riser is a kickback, and also I can adjust the bars. And now I have them adjusted perfectly to where my shoulder and arms are super comfortable on long rides. So I want to know down in the comments, because I know this to be true, I know this to be a fact, that a lot of people are having this issue. It's not only me. I've talked to so many people, and a lot of them say their shoulder pain is tremendous. A lot of people can't even ride because they have such tremendous shoulder pain. So let me know down in the comments below. We are gonna go to the gym right now, and I recorded this actually a couple days ago, but I do wanna show you the exercise, and I wanna talk a little bit more about it. But if you guys are experiencing this, I do want you to stay tuned and watch it and see if this exercise will help you, because it absolutely, totally relieved my shoulder pain. I'm gonna say 99% of my shoulder pains in both shoulders are vanished. All right, so I guess ever since I started working out, probably 14, 15 years old, I've always did heavy behind the neck military presses. And they are absolutely probably one of the worst exercises that you guys can do for your shoulders, because it's not kind of a natural range of motion for your arms and your hands to be behind your neck and your head. And from doing them very heavy, I think that's the cause of my shoulder pains today. So I'll be 51 in a couple months. So you're talking about probably a good 10 or 15 years that I always did behind the neck military presses. And I think that's where the damage occurred. But you don't necessarily feel it then while you're doing it, you kind of start feeling it once you start getting older. I started feeling it, I think, when I hit about 40 years old. That's when I started getting really bad shoulder pains in both of my shoulders. The left one has pretty much been gone for a couple years, but I've always had the right shoulder. So as I was saying before, if you have high bars, because this happened to me, if you have high bars on your motorcycle, that's what happened to me. When I had the, I believe they were 14 or 16 inch factory 47 bars on my previous Road Glide, and my arms were like up like this, I couldn't ride probably more than 15 minutes without getting such a severe shoulder pain. Pretty much it felt like somebody had a pick in there and was jabbing it around. And then what happens is, if you don't drop your arm and let kind of the blood get back into it and stuff, the arm would feel like it would start slowly falling asleep. And then it gets scary because obviously right hand is the brake and you need the brake to stop. So probably about a year ago, in the other gym that we used to go to, there was a gentleman there, and we were just talking back and forth, and my wife was there with me, and we were just talking about shoulder pain and stuff, and then I was telling him about my shoulder pain, and then he was telling me about his, that it's like totally gone. I said, you know, what's the remedy? Did you go for a surgery? What did you do? He goes, no surgery. He goes, simple exercise. I said, what are you talking about? So what he told me to do, basically, because this is what happens as you're working out. When you're young, you really don't know what you're doing, right? You kind of learn as you get older. And basically what happens is you tend, just like not stretching, I never really stretched. And that is the most critical thing to do when you're working out. Even more so now when you get older. But back then, when you first start working out, when you're in your teens and early 20s, you're really still learning. It's always a learning process. So we always used to do heavy bench, which is not good as well for the shoulders. We used to do heavy bench and heavy military presses. So basically we were doing the front of the shoulder and the side of the shoulder, side of the delt. But we very rarely did the back portion of the shoulder. So the theory is, what happens is throughout the years, when you overbuild the front and overbuild the side, the theory behind it is basically the muscles that are stronger, it's going to start pulling your shoulder and your arm kind of out of alignment, if that makes any sense. It kind of starts, if the front is stronger than the side, it's going to start pulling your shoulder kind of forward. That's where the problems start occurring. And a lot of people start jumping in and going to the doctor, surgery, this and that. I know a lot of people, before you guys go into surgery, try to do some physical therapy first. First of all, you lose a lot of mobility as you get older, so stretching is key. And also, like I was saying before, the exercise that I'm about to show you, it's basically building the back of the shoulder. And as I've been doing this for the past, I guess, how long have I been doing this? How long have I been doing this exercise? 8, 10 months? Something like that?
Probably.
Yeah, so I guess I've been doing the exercise for about 8 to 10 months.
Thanks to Lee.
Thanks to Lee. If you're out there watching, thank you so much. But I've been doing it probably for about 10 months now. And I have to say, my shoulder pain, when I'm sleeping, it was the worst. I couldn't sleep. I'd have to sleep kind of my arms like this, almost like I'm in a coffin. I couldn't put my arm up like this in bed because it would absolutely destroy me. And I couldn't be riding my motorcycle for long periods of time, or the shoulder pain would start increasing and then the arm would fall asleep. Forget about going on long rides. And I told you guys about this in previous videos, like a year, 2 years ago. That's another reason why I got rid of the factory 47 and went to the hammerhead bars by LA Choppers, because they were a little lower, a little closer. But now I don't have any pain. So this is what I've been doing. I'm gonna show you guys this from the side, and then I'm gonna show you guys this from the front. So you could do this on, that's okay, go ahead. You can do this on a cable pull down machine, kind of almost like, what are they called? Pull, what is that exercise called?
Face pulls, but
face
they're not really
pulls.
face pulls.
Right, it's almost like a face pull, but it's not. So basically what you want to do to build the back of the shoulder, you could use a band up against the wall. If you could actually even bolt like a hook onto the wall and attach regular bands like this, they work. So what you just want to do is basically pull back like this. Almost, let me show you from the front. So you're gonna take either, you could do the cable pull down and pull it, or you could use a band. You're just gonna wanna grab it and kind of pull it towards your face. Don't go towards your nose, because if something snaps, you're gonna bust your nose. But basically just grab it and pull right off to the sides, just like that. And do about 5 to 6 sets every other day or every third day. I'm telling you guys, try it, give it a couple months. Let me know. I'm telling you now, let me know, email me in about 2 to 3 months, but I believe that it will even start helping you probably within 2 to 3 weeks, because that's how fast it worked for me. So again, you're just gonna wanna take a band, just do like 10 to 15 reps, and that's building the back of your shoulder. So that's what I've been doing, trying to build the back of my shoulder, so kind of my whole arm and shoulder, that muscle in the back starts to pull it back. So if any of you guys that work out, I hope you guys understand kind of the concept of it. Wherever the muscle is stronger, it's going to pull whatever it's attached to tighter. And if the muscle on the other side is weaker, well, then it's almost like a war. It's like a tug of war. All the muscles, that's why when they say, you got to work out your entire body, not just your upper body. You got to work out your legs, just like the shoulder. You got to work out the front, the side, and the back. So try that exercise, and I'm telling you guys now, you will not regret it, because I know a lot of you guys have experienced this or are experiencing this on your motorcycle, and it absolutely is horrible, because it limits you guys from riding long distances or being on the bike a long time, or always having to drop your arm to kind of, reset it, kind of get the blood back in it. But me, I don't even complain about it anymore. I don't have any issues with my shoulders anymore. I'm definitely gonna keep doing that exercise. So hope this exercise helps you guys. And if you guys want more of these videos, let me know down below in the comments. Hit that subscribe button if you guys aren't subscribed yet. Peace out. We'll see you guys later. We gotta finish up our workout.